go. You guys might recognize Mr. Tiago, who's pointing at the camera there.
At the camera, he knows what's happening.
He knows what's up. He's been here before, and I believe this Illuminator is undefeated, I want to say, playing for those seeding points. As here we are, round number 7. Tiago playing the Amber and Emerald versus some Sapphire and Emeralds. Both of these Illuminators sitting at 6-0. Jono is going to be going against Tiago, who's been traveling all over the world.
Jono. That's pretty common.
What
sort of.
What do you say? What did I say?
Jono.
Jono? What are you saying?
Jono.
Jono? Am I not saying the same thing?
We're not saying the same thing.
Wait, hold on. Are you messing with me?
No, I'm not messing with you. This person's name is
John O.
Yeah, it's
John
like
O.
John.
John O. That's what. Am I not saying that?
No,
you guys
you're
are
saying
messing
it
with
now.
me.
You got it now. You were
Jono.
saying Jono.
Oh, I said Jono. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Jono.
okay.
My mate Jono, you know?
Jono. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you got it. We got it in the chat. Somebody, John space O.
Got it.
Thank
Okay,
you
locked
very much.
in.
We're in.
Let me take it straight to the bank. John O.
Yeah.
There it is. Too easy. I'm gonna call him a JDO. Jodo.
Jodo.
Okay, we're locking in. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Australian accent,
Jono.
All right. This
Jono.
is actually.
Jono. Oh, my Australian accent is gonna take over. Take over.
I like that.
We're gonna make it.
But here, this is a real set 10 matchup that we got going on here. We got Emerald Amber, probably some sort of dog stack, and we have for the first time today we've got Emerald Sapphire. So you have not seen the Emerald Sapphire strategy coming out a lot. I think this set it used to just feed on Blurple, but I think Blurple's gotten a lot more game into it with Let It Go, so that's hurt the deck a lot. And on top of that, I think just with if you see Daisy Duck into Grandmother Willow, you just scoop up your cards. You're like, yeah, it's.
And even in the previous meta, if I'm Sapphire and Emerald, I definitely do not want to see those dogs at all. And now here you are, 6-0 though, so that's one good thing you have going for you. Sitting across the table from one of the best players in the game right now.
Yes.
He's hot. Already has a qualification. He's been traveling all over the world, playing in a multitude of different tournaments, many DLCs. Coming in from the United States out here in Australia to try to punch his ticket directly to the World Championship. So he's been traveling, putting in the work, and in a good position to probably convert into a day 2 performance at 6-0 playing the dogs.
Yeah,
where Jono now is going to, I think you're at a disadvantageous position trying to combat yourself against this dog strategy.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Tiago won the dice roll there. So on the play, dogs into green blue. That is not where you want to be.
But Jono is 6-0 though, so
Yeah,
maybe they have had to combat a few Emerald and Amber strategies on their way to this undefeated record. So potentially this could be maybe they have some tech in there. I did see through the Alter Phase there were that 5-cost Chernobog was in the deck, so maybe there's something there that wasn't there before. It's going to be the Ink the Delamoon's Lullaby into a lady. You hate to see it if you're Jono.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Not what Jono wanted to see there, but we have got some good cards in hand for Jono. Looks like we've got the Clarabelle Shift, we've got the Cinderella, so maybe we can get something done. But no, there's the big Clarabelle going into the Inkwell, so take back everything I just said.
And I guess I think you have another one in hand, and maybe you can get to a point where you get these aggressive TPO plays. I'm not certain what all the lines are, but if you can TPO into a Cinderella, maybe aggressively ramp while getting some bodies in play, potentially you can slow this dog player down enough. Maybe you're back on Under the Sea. I think if you're playing this Emerald and Sapphire strategy, Under the Sea is mandatory. I think you have to play it.
Might be, otherwise you just struggle so hard against some of these aggressive decks.
Yeah. So I think that could be what you're hoping for as we get another copy of TPO. So now we're all TPO'd up with nowhere to go. One's going to probably enter the field of play.
And there's another TPO, and I think this third card going in the Inkwell that was hidden may have also been a TPO.
So you are probably going to, you get that Cinderella play on your turn 4 to kind of continue to accelerate. But Tiago now has the position that he kind of wants to just continue to build this wide board, and he's got to be loving seeing this Sapphire and Emerald strategy on the opposite side. While being on the play, it seems like it's very advantageous for you.
Yeah, the card that Jono probably wants here, assuming they're running it, would be the what's the pirate's name? How am I failing?
John Silver?
John Silver.
John
that's
Silver.
the one. Bailed me out.
There you go. We're
John
team, man.
Silver
We work
can
together.
Absolutely shut this deck down because there's apart from the 2-cost tramp that can pump the strength of one of your characters. there's not a lot of challenging power on the dog side, but we just saw for the first time the new Nani, which I think is just a fantastic addition to this deck.
Oh, it fits in so nicely. I think she kind of fills a role that a lot that you were missing before, because she acts as that card draw. You play so many 1-cost or 2-cost characters, and being able to just play her down and then get another plus and just continue to just extend a little bit. That's all you want to do, is just get to your next questing threat. And she has a pretty decent stat line as well coming in at that 3/3.
3/3. So what I was just saying about lack of challenging power, she actually helps quite a bit in that regard. So, and we may see Tipo and Claravel. I wouldn't be surprised to see them challenge into the lady here.
Yeah, I think you got it. You're in a fight for your life.
Slow the dogs down a bit.
And you will have the ability to still shift Clarabelle and potentially sing Under the Sea next turn if you draw it.
That might be it. So what have we got in hand for John? It's a little bit hard to see. So
yeah, I believe
pass, Cinderella trigger, and no challenge. So maybe that's the line that they're looking for.
Yeah, and we are going to bring that ink in ready. Shout out to the table judge, because I was going to call the judge myself. Honestly, if anyone ever sends Cinderella down into the inkwell and not keep that ink in ready, I'm going to do that. And Tipo or the Mowgli. No.
And so somehow the dogs player is winning the game on card advantage alone here. This is just devastating.
Oh, no.
And yeah, that big Claravel. Well, the shift in and having a bit of challenging power is quite nice here, actually. So maybe Jono can use that.
And you still have the opportunity to get a top deck Under the Sea here, and that could be a devastating maneuver. Shift Sing is a line that is available.
So everything we've been saying about how Tiago's running away with this game could just flip completely in the next turn if we can see some Claravel Under the Sea shenanigans.
Yeah, you would have loved to see a Vision of the Future be able to be deployed on that previous turn, as we are able to get some more lore through Nani, Tramp, and Webby Vanderquack getting a nice little quest in. And let's see if you can get to that Undersea. I think it's kind of mandatory at this point. We haven't seen any of the Prince Philip Malicious Mean and Scary, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think all of that is just way too slow in this matchup.
Yeah.
Trying to get to the point where you can sing the Malicious Mean and Scary and shift the Prince Philip in, the game's just out of your hands at that point normally.
I think it's all in on Under the Sea. I don't know what spicy includes that Jono has, because you are 6-0. Certainly, you got to be outside the lines here in some way. You can't just be doing everything the same. It's got to be a multitude of Under the Sea or something like that, as this Cinderella is going to be deployed. You get a double cycle.
Yeah, the double trigger here could be impactful and will just help him dig through the deck a little bit more. I really like this play here. I think just shifting in Clarabelle and challenging the Nani here or something like that, that's just not going to get the job done.
Yeah, it's just a bit too slow. And also what that will do is soak up a lot of damage for that Go-Go Tamago to potentially end the game for you a bit sooner than you would have liked. So you're continuing to dig. Maybe Tiago has another copy of Mowgli that you can deploy to check the hand one more time to ensure that an Under the Sea doesn't just come and knock you right out of this game, because you still have that play available to you. Shift Clarabelle, sing Under the Sea, or even just sing it with double Cinderella on your following turn. You don't hate that. And so you have lines, you have outs. You just have to trust your deck to get them to you in a reasonable amount of time, and yourself in the deck editor. Did you put the cards in your deck to give yourself the chance to do that?
Do you actually have the outs?
This all could be speculation. I mean, people have been known to cut Under the Sea from their deck, and I think in this world, in this day and age, you just can't afford to do it. I think it's just too aggressive out here.
Yeah, I think Tiago, he didn't quest the lady last turn, so it's definitely feeling like we might see the shift lady coming out here. And that at least gives you one more body that would survive Under the Sea.
Very true.
So I think Jono's got the read on that too. So yeah, I think he was quite happy to get that Webby traded into, because if we shift the lady in, now we get to recur some cards, and that's a bit more value.
Yeah, so here it is, and there she is, right on time. Again, you got to put that script away, man. You are leaking too much of this sensitive information, as exactly how you said it, and a huge quest comes on through. Tiago continuing to climb the lore ladder, getting up to, I believe, 15 now.
Very, very looking fantastic.
I mean, you can quest this Nani as well.
Yeah. I think the thing that Tiago's playing around here is if they get their board swept, they want to keep the Nani on the board.
Yeah, just so you have
But
something going
if you
on.
quest with it, then you can potentially get challenged into, but this just seems too good. Questing to 16, you've
Yeah.
got a lady up, you've got a huge board. Your opponent probably hasn't.
Oh,
No.
and I love
Yeah.
the no limit hold'em style card check there to see if it's going to be that under the sea, and it is not. It is just going to be the smaller Clarabelle with no Chromacon to hit.
Yep.
Feels bad. And you have no more cycles, no more draws. You have no princesses to be able to use these Cinderellas, and I think this game just might be over. Even if you did, can you get enough clear? Wait a minute. I think you have lines. I think you got enough. If you shift that Clarabelle in for sure, you
Yeah,
might
so
be able to clear
You
enough.
can challenge
No, you can't.
four things. You can challenge the Nani with the Clarabelle. You can send a Cindy into the Lilo. You can challenge the lady.
But you would have needed to have shift there
yeah,
for
you
sure.
would need to shift there,
Yeah.
and then that's the only thing that can challenge the Nani. So
Yeah, I think we're just going to throw a hand out here and
yeah,
start
I
getting ready
think
for a
it
game number
doesn't matter
2.
what Jono did there, but just the power of that Nani. It's a subtle thing, but just being able to play a card that replaces itself on turn 3. It also survives under the sea, so it makes that a little bit less devastating. And it just lets you get to... Dogs used to play off 2 to 3 ink in a lot of games. It just lets you get that extra card into your inkwell, get up to 4 ink, maybe even 5 ink, which is what Tiago did there, and then just hardcast the big lady. So,
And
yeah, that Nani really added a lot of value, just that one extra card in hand.
Oh, absolutely. And that's just, and I believe it also came down to that Mowgli take that vision of the future.
Yes.
Vision of the future, granted, it probably wouldn't have given you the under the sea. I think he did draw enough cards, but it would have at least power cycled 5 cards that you can, get closer to a potential under the sea.
Yeah.
I think this matchup at this current age, if you want to win and you're not playing a card like Shift Basil Shift Basil, or something like that, or if you don't get to those greedy John Silvers,
Yep.
it all hedges on a timely under the sea that you just absolutely must play. And Tiago has answers to it. I mean, we saw that Mowgli, timely Mowgli. Ursula is a card that they also can play.
Mowgli, yep.
Yeah, and they can just take it down. So this is looking pretty gruesome and grim as Jono is just like, man, why dogs? Why now?
Yeah.
Why me?
Why on camera?
everything? What have I done? Who have I offended? Why did this happen? Why does it got to be me? Okay, I don't deserve this. As we're still going to have to fight it out, and we do have the Prince Philip stuff in the deck, so that is
And I think
your
we
full
got the
combo.
Full combo and the Cindy, but do you want to just risk it, YOLO it into the potential
I mean, I guess-
wrestler or the potential...
I guess you have no choice. I
Yeah.
think you have to keep full combo and enter into the flow state and hope that your opponent you're gonna need to get lucky. On the
Yeah.
play, I say you just keep it, man. You keep full
think
combo,
so.
but you have no ramp though, so that's also
Yeah,
quite
you've
bad.
only got Cinderella deck, so this is... Do you keep the 3 combo pieces and look for the ramp, or this is
But also you can't do that either, because if you do that and they Mowgli you and you don't have an action to discard, you're in trouble that way as well. So
Well-
it's a lose scenario, as you have to hope. And it looks like Jono is
Jono's
saying
sending the full combo back, I think.
that's a bold move.
Yep.
You got to be bold and you got to be daring.
Yeah, you got to take a risk in this matchup, otherwise it's just... And this, yeah, okay.
There is the under the sea,
Yeah,
but
we just need to get the singers on the board now, so... I think Jono did keep a little Clarabelle. We got the Tipo. We got the Donald for a bit more fuel, so... Yeah, this is not a bad-looking hand here for Jono.
yeah, but you have to watch out for Mowgli. You have to watch out for Ursula. You have to watch out for those types of effects.
And you have to watch out for Tiago under the sea and you.
Very
Yeah.
true. Very true. This deck does play under the sea. And Tipo, so you have Tipo into Donald. That's 6. Maybe there's a world you can get to a shift Clarabelle in time to get that under the sea to go off. And you also have to play in a way to where you're keeping cards in your hand to protect your under the sea.
Yep.
If that's a card you're willing to keep. Oh, by the way, that is an 8-cost uninkable card that literally does nothing until it wins you the game.
Yep.
So it's a very, very fine dance that you have to play if you are Jono. And I don't know if I want to play that game.
You've got it.
I'm a Jono. Jono.
He's got it.
I'm in, dude. I'm switched on, man. I'm basically Australian at this point. Basically, for the most part. As we do find that Tipo, let's see if we send the under the sea away. This is a gutsy move.
You can't do it. You've got to keep that under the sea. I think Yeah, that looks like sorry, develop your brain, I think, going into the Inkwell. And next turn, yeah, having this Donald is really, really nice here for Jono because with the Tipo, playing a 1-cost and then playing a Tipo, I think they have 3 cards in hand currently on turn 2. So
And you have to play the. Even though I hate playing Donald Duck versus the Dogs player, as the Grandmother Willow is down and a Tramp is down, and you're able to quest
for 3
Yuck.
here.
with the lady coming on through.
That is about as good as it gets there for Tiago. Tree. We forgot to say.
But here it is. You are all, I think you're pot committed at this point as Tiago is looking for the Mowgli here. At this point, you have to play it, and that does feel bad. I'm not going to lie. Giving this Dogs player an additional card per turn, and you're still a few notes away from harmonizing and Under the Sea. Shift Clarabelle, sing Under the Sea is still a super viable play to help slow down. But there he is. Not like this. You got the protection, though.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We just need to find another singer. And, I mean, who knows what Donald will find off the top of the deck here. So, Jono gets 2 draw steps. If we get an Inglebull card into a Clarabelle, we are big cooking here.
And now that Under the Sea is known about, it gets even worse.
Oh, you kidding me?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Not like this.
wowzers.
Ouch, baby. Very ouch. And I
mean,
think
Tiago's actually quite low on cards too here, so it's not too doom and gloom, but Jesus, is not where Jono wants to be right now with 0 cards in hand. That
yeah, that's not not ideal. Okay.
That was, and again, the Willow just showing up here. That was quite the 1-2 punch.
Jeez, Mowgli is already a problem.
Yeah.
Mowgli and Ursula both getting a hit feels so bad.
You didn't used to be able to do that on turn 3, but now you can. So
and taking nothing away from Jono, he did everything correct.
I would have. Yeah, I totally agree. I think you got to keep that under the sea, and you just got to hope they don't have it.
And he definitely had it. As we are going to go and trigger that Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman, we get into the Chernobog. Okay.
Oh, that's got a bit of game
okay.
Here. We can get the lady off the board maybe, and then we can make some challenges.
And start swinging, huh?
Yeah.
I don't hate that. Okay, so
we can get
I'm
the
playing
lady
it.
off the board.
And he's got stats as well.
Yeah, and there's currently nothing in Tiago's discard pile, so the second clause of the Chernobog, if you play it, there's nothing to sort of bring back out of the discard onto the field. So, yeah, is this 1,000 IQ play here by Jono with the Chernobog?
I think you got to play it, and you probably got to get active with this Donald Duck and start swinging on somebody. But we're trying to think
he's a
of which
perfect gentleman, but he can challenge when it's needed to.
So can that Tipo. I mean, are you holding out? Is it still better to hold out for this top deck Clarabelle because Tiago still has cards?
Yeah, that's true. Tiago still has 3 cards in hand, so he is not.
So is there a world where you just get active with the Tipo as well as Chernobog is looking to shuffle somebody back into the deck?
Is it shuffle or is it on the bottom? I can't remember.
It's shuffle. It's shuffle back into the deck. That is a super powerful play as this Chernobog is going to come on through.
Shuffle. You are correct.
Yeah.
And then you would be able to play a character card from your discard if you were Tiago right now here, but there was none in the discard, so that will not be an option.
Yeah, and just getting a clean plus on your opponent for free.
Really, really nice. Impressive there from that card.
And now it was that lady that sent back to the deck, and now you have the ability to challenge into the Grandmother Willow, taking 1 damage in return for both your characters. No cards in hand, but you do have a pretty resilient board. You have some challenging characters. You have the Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman, who could have potentially gone for a quest there. Maybe you're trying to hold out for potential tramping.
Yeah, I think Jono just doesn't want the tramp to come down, and because that Donald is his only draw engine for the rest of the game, most likely.
And you need to keep that guy protected as this Bobby Zimmerowski is going to shuffle or cycle 1, send 1 on to the discard pile.
All right, so if we pause the game right now, who would you say is winning at this point, JDZ? Who is your favorite?
Oh, man. I always I'm looking at the cards in hand, and I'm going to go with the person that has the most cards in hand. Right now it's Tiago. He's got cards in hand. Jono is kind of is caught in the mire right now, but you do have a pretty robust board. The Chromacon
that is pretty good. That is pretty good.
The Chromacon does make it super duper awkward now.
And are we going to see some challenges coming through from Tiago's side? Yes, we are.
And we'll take out the Tipo, and then we'll take out the Clarabelle. Both of those 2 characters fall victim here, leaving nothing but the 4-cost Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman and the 5-cost Chernobog is going to be remaining on the board. Getting 2 more cards, though. Now you can under the sea here still. If you could top deck
under
it.
the sea. Oh, and
You
we've got
can do
singers as well.
Oh, and you lose your Clarabelle. Oh, feels bad. You had
Yeah,
it.
that would have been nice here, but that's all right. Even just a small Clarabelle here, and if we can kick out that Chromicon and start challenging, I think that would put Jono in a great position.
And now we do have that Chernobog in hand. So if you go Chromicon, send back the Chernobog, deploy it again, you can get another one of your Grandmother Willow back or something like that. And it comes in ready, by the way.
Yeah,
It does
so
not come in exerted.
Doesn't really get you very far. So Vision's here. Yeah, I think you just got to look for that under the sea.
Let's go. Here it is.
That's
the
a
game comes
small
down to this.
Clarabelle, actually.
We have another crack at it. I'm taking another vision. I'm vision into
Another
vision.
Vision,
all
or are
day.
we Clarabelle on that Chromicon?
Oh,
That's a
decisions.
pretty close call. 'Cause,
Decisions.
Yeah, if you kick out the Chromicon, your
Yeah.
Chernobog can challenge in, your Donald could even challenge in, and then you're only staring down 2 characters. So
Yeah, I think that might be correct actually. And
yeah,
there
and
she
there we
is.
go.
The Clarabelle
Yep.
comes through.
Jono not gambling for the under the sea. They're taking the guaranteed value. So I like to see it. I think this is a good play.
I'm a gambling man. I would
Yeah,
have grabbed that vision and
you-
lost the game
You
immediately.
are up all night to get lucky in that situation. Yeah.
And there it is.
Yeah,
and Donald
challenges
Duck.
into the tramp. Donald, perfect gentleman, but you know when you have to challenge the tramp, you have to challenge the tramp.
And now this Chernobog 5/4 can clear any of these characters, and he will go after the Mowgli. Take him on out of there, leaving yourself with 1 card remaining.
So suddenly,
in hand.
the pendulum has swung back, and this is not looking too bad for Jono after clearing that Chromicon.
And that Donald Duck Perfect Gentleman, like you said, being that reliable card draw source, being able to you're giving Tiago another card every time as well. But your cards seem like they have a pretty high impact in this low resource state. And you still have that very powerful out of a potential under the sea. I believe 1 card in hand I think it might be a big Clarabelle as well. So you are representing Shift.
So yeah, the other thing with the perfect gentleman, why it's so powerful, is you get to draw the card and your opponent gets to draw the card, but it's your turn, so you get to use it first, and that is a huge deal.
And it looks like we might be thinking about going on some challenges here. Maybe we have a small tramp line available. Send that tramp in, boost the strength of the characters, and potentially take something down. Never mind. It's Grandmother Willow. It's one.
And
It's
what do we
Tramp.
got?
There he
Tramp,
is.
Yep.
So Tramp will be able to.
Tiago's just always got the cards that he needs at the right time. It's just incredible.
I mean, sometimes you got to be good.
Yep.
And sometimes you got to like that, as Tiago is looking for a challenge. Maybe there's a world where you're thinking about getting rid of this Donald Duck right now to cut off your opponent, but you're also cutting yourself off as well.
Maybe you want those cards. I think you have to, just because Jono's top decks are better than Tiago's top decks at this point in the game, the cards are generally much more high impact. So I think you need to cut off the card draw.
Agreed. And that's just more looks for a potential under the sea, but we will go ahead and take out the Chernobog.
He's addicted to the card draw that the Donald's been giving him. So
it gives and it takes, and we have the opportunity to get into it, and we have another one of those Chernobogs. So we have multiple Chernobogs in the deck, and we are going to, looks like we're gearing up for a Space Pirate. We saw the Space Pirate in hand. We do have Shift Clarabelle in hand.
yeah, so do you shift the Clarabelle here, or do you get the John Silver down?
What is that say? Is that Hades? I believe that's Hades' Infernal Schemer, the card in the middle.
So we got the big Clarabelle, we got Hades, and we got the John Silver. So I think you've just got to send the big Clarabelle away here and get the John Silver down. I think giving Reckless to this Dogs deck can just cause them all sorts of headaches that they don't want to deal with.
Agreed.
So I think that's just better than the Shift Clarabelle at this point.
And then it continues, and you are kind of hard, and then you can walk yourself, get another Inkable off the top, and walk yourself into a Hades next turn, and that could be a back-breaking maneuver. So these are the decisions. We do have access to Shift Clarabelle right now. Maybe if there's a crazy world where you could go Ink John Silver, Shift Clarabelle, draw one.
Card.
That doesn't feel the best.
No, Jono's in the tank right now. I think he's got a very, very tricky decision to make.
That one card ain't worth it, and he agrees. Overall, I think
I like it a lot.
This is the correct play. I like this play, and this will put a little bit of pressure on Tiago. But Tiago, look how calm he looks. He's like, man, I've seen this song and dance before. I'm unfazed by your reckless giving Space Pirate. I am all right with that.
So I would have been tempted to quest with the Donald there just to force the Reckless character to challenge in. Like I'm I'm quite happy to trade the tree. Like, Tiago's already played a couple of these 2-cost tramps, so what's the chances they find another one?
For sure, and the tree's not quested anyway. I mean, the tree's not getting exerted anyway. You're fine. I'm fine with being reckless. I wasn't going to get that lore anyway as the big body tramp comes through.
Tramp. So what is Tiago looking for here, I wonder? Under the Sea would still be pretty good. It clears everything but the John Silver. I think he'd be pretty happy to find that.
Next turn, but we'll have Jono gets the opportunity of seeing it Under the Sea next turn.
That's true.
As well. And we do have Hades the Infernal Schemer, which is coming back, and there it is. We have the Under the Sea.
And we're pitching the Under the Sea here, so Tiago probably saying that they don't, either they've got another one in hand, or they just don't think that their 7-cost tramp's going to survive in time to sing it.
I'm sure. I think Tiago, like you said, he might be just really loving these additional card draws that he's able to get from this Donald Duck, the Perfect Gentleman. So he's fine with them, just kind of sticking it around for as long as possible. So now we got 2 draws to get to an inkable card to deploy that Hades the Infernal Schemer, probably getting rid of this tramp next turn.
And the double quest here, that's interesting. I don't know what to read there from Tiago, what card he might have in hand. We got the big fill here.
We
that is...
do get to the big Phillip, inking the Sail the Azurite Sea, probably just spamming this Hades right away.
I think you've got to get that tramp off the board. You do not want to get Under the Sea sung into you here, so...
Yeah, and
Tiago just staying hydrated. That's important here when you're up on the stage. You love to see it.
And that goes for everyone at home watching. Make sure you grab some water and drink some for yourself. Get that hydration, and hydration is key. 9 lore for Tiago. 6-0 for both of these players.
So the John Silver quest here seems good, but the Lady Shift and getting some challenges into the John Silver is quite painful as well. So Jono may just sit tight here. This is a tough decision.
Yeah, and also you're opening yourself up for another tramp line. It becomes available, and that card is just so powerful.
That is bad news.
Unless you can clear a lot of this board off, is it time to give up this Perfect Gentleman and just get active and start challenging? Getting that board count low, I think, is a high priority for Jono.
I think so. I think this Perfect Gentleman is probably doing you more harm than good at this point. Like, I feel like you've got enough ink in your inkwell now. You've got your John Silver. You've got your Hades. I think it's time to try and shut down your opponent's card draw if you can.
And we're checking. I think that Shift Lady is just... Shift Lady is so problematic. Getting back the Go-Go Tamago, getting back, another Mowgli or something. I don't know how many cards. I think there's only one card in hand, so maybe Mowgli's not the answer. But just any resource at this point, because all those characters questing for one is enough to completely throw the mathematics off. You're trying to play this resource game, and you're trying not to get tramped for everything. Challenge the tramp. That's scary too. So now you're really leaning on Shift Lady, get back tramp, and just knock your socks off. I don't know if I like that either. I'm still for sure questing, giving up some reckless there, keeping that tramp on the board. And I don't know what the right answer is. Forget I said anything. I have no clue what the right line is.
Shift Lady, and then you ink, and then you pump one of your other characters, and then suddenly you can run your Ursula into the John Silver.
Yeah.
And then you can quest with the Lady. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
I'm for sure taking out that Ursula, for sure, if I'm Jono. But again, Jono is 6-0, and I am here in the booth with you, Greg. So what do I even know?
We are on 0 wins for the day. So.
He's on 6. I have none. So again, I don't know what the correct answer is.
So we may even see just not the Shift Lady, just play the Lady. And yeah, because you can play it for 4 with that tree, which, again, going back to a couple of turns ago, I would have loved to see a couple of quests there. Make the tree exert, and then it just slows down a lot of the plays that are available to
there she is.
here.
Oh, my.
Yep.
Just like you drew it up.
This is Value City right here.
Oh, my goodness. That stings the nostrils because you...
Not in a good way.
That could have been... prevented. Okay, I think that one was preventable a little bit.
Takes
and you
back double trap.
You just kind of pied yourself there, and that kind of feels bad. And you're looking at it, you're like, they don't have it. Make them have it is what people say. Whenever I go for the make them have it line, they literally always have it. They never don't have it. And for sure, Tiago absolutely had it in that exact scenario. And John Silver does fall. Donald Duck gets a draw. We do have that Clarabelle. Can we get an Under the Sea, please, one time?
No, just is it even in the deck at this point? So.
And we do have, I believe, those Malicious, Mean, and Scaries are still a little bit available as well. Maybe we can go for that Cinderella play to kind of filter some more cards and dig for Malicious, Mean, and Scary Under the Sea.
4 in hand here. Do you ever just ink the big Phillip, shift in the Clarabelle, and just get
see
loose
what
and
happens.
start questing.
I'm with that. Yeah, maybe not questing. I think I'm a. You can't even hold the line anymore.
Nah, if you keep waiting, this dog's deck is gonna put 10 lore.
I mean,
worth of stuff on
your
the board.
opponent just added 2 tramps for sure back to their hand. I can't give up.
Oh, you're right. Well, they played one of them, but yeah, no,
No,
you're
he played
totally
one.
right.
Yeah, you can't just give up your pieces like that
Yeah.
without a fight. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe you can hope for your deck to bail you out. You're going to need some support from your build to kind of come through for you. But he agrees with you as shift Clarabelle or
it's
just
playing
play
the
Clarabelle.
keeping the 1-drop out. And it still shrinks your hand to the same point, and now
Yeah.
3 card draws here is pretty good. So we're still just looking for that under the.
Brutal draws. Jono trying to maintain composure there. But that
if-
is the last thing you want to see is this bend to my will, Cinderella Tipo, hands doing absolutely nothing.
But now, if he is able to sweep the board and then discard his opponent, that is lights out. But yeah,
I mean,
Bend is not
honestly,
the-
just getting rid of that tramp might be enough for that. Maybe just playing the Bend to My Will here is not the worst card in the universe. So it's still, usually Bend to My Will in this matchup is just completely unplayable brick, but you might be able to get some value out of this Bend to My Will.
This game is going long. This usually the dog's deck just wins or loses in a couple of turns. But yeah, Tiago's really taking his time, thinking things through, and playing the strategy game.
Trying to go as if you can't, now hear me out. If you can get to the under the sea Bend to My Will, and you're so back. Like you are not out of this
the
thing
game
at all.
is over at that point, I think.
As Tiago is looking cool as a cucumber, man. He's been here so many times. Like I said, he's relatively new to Disney Lorcana, believe it or not, but he hit the scene and he absolutely took off like a dynamo.
Yeah.
And he has been on a momentous grind. Like I'm talking international travel type grind, as we are going to go ahead and grab back
There's
2 more.
trying to play around the under the sea or the malicious mean here. That's very heads up play.
Not like this. Oh, looking at
Well,
the
at least
hand.
there's no song, so
But I'd rather have. I just would not. I'd rather have my opponent not see that. Okay.
yep. Just hide it. I don't want anyone to see that.
Hey man, no. Okay. Hey, show me your hand. And just no, man. You can't see this. You can't see what I'm working with.
Yeah.
And seeing that your hand is just
huge
doing.
quest coming through here from Tiago. That's 6 more lore.
Just your hand is doing literally nothing, and it just feels so bad. You get 2 more draws with this Donald, though.
Yep. So we got the big fill. We just need the small fill. And then
No,
we're
he
back
sent the
in
fill
business.
down to the inkwell.
Oh, he did.
So the hand is
too.
Tipo, Cindy,
Yikes.
Bend to My Will. And we're going to play around the Bend to My Will by putting that Daisy Duck in play under the sea one time.
You're welcome. We can dig for it.
Send
Donald can sing it on himself, perhaps.
I don't hate that at this point because you are all. I don't know what you need, but you need something better than what you got here.
Yeah.
Maybe you might have to welcome one of these ladies here and then Bend to My Will and just start challenging. But
Yeah.
how good is that? That feels bad. Never mind. There's so much lore in play.
It's just everything just feels terrible. I mean, you can sing your welcome on a lady and then like discard your opponent's hand.
Yeah.
You can challenge the Clarabelle into the big lady. You can challenge the Hades into the tramp, but then your opponent's still just got
Yeah,
five
but I
on
think-
board, and then I don't think there's anything you can do about
Yeah,
it.
you're still like in a vice as well. You're kind of in a pincer because those 2 Lady Park Avenues are in play still, questing for 4. That's a lot. Oh, and by the way, you 100% know that your opponent has Gogo Tamago in hand.
Oh, they always have it. If
No,
you
he
make-
literally just got it back
Oh,
from
he-
the discard.
Oh,
From
I
the
thought you
lady.
meant like
no, he actually,
when my opponent needs it, they
no,
always
no,
have
no.
it. It's like,
Like actually, literally, physically has it in
Yeah.
hand, and you saw them put it back into their hand with the lady.
so I think we just need Prince Philip shift here. We just gotta. You welcome one of our own characters and just pray that we can find exactly Malicious Venus Scary and the Big Philip here. I think
That's
the
brutal.
only path back into the sun.
Oh no, yeah, that feels, and we're thinking about it here too. I mean, you do have the bend, like I said, but the bend of my will is your entire turn, and you will be able to get rid of that go-go, but at what cost? So maybe you can. You're welcome on the lady. So we are going to take the offensive approach instead of the risky approach.
Yeah, this is it It was looking good for Jono. When the John Silver came down, it was looking all right. But yeah, just Tiago. I feel like he may have played this game before because he seems to know what he's doing.
You think? I mean, that is. I don't know.
Hot take.
I never would have guessed. I mean, he seems like he knows what's going on
Yeah.
and where he wants to be in his spot and getting to that spot. I think that is, and putting yourself in these situations over and over and over again. I know he tests and trains with a lot of great players, and he understands these lines back, forth, in and out. I had the opportunity to talk to Tiago a multitude of times. His brain is far exceeding his years and experience. I think he's a natural player. He's very comfortable in these types of positions, and he understands what has happened and what needs to happen and how to get to that spot. And I think that is a very rare skill that is very inclusive to a lot of the great players in our game. So I'm excited to see what Thiago is going to do. I think he has a very bright future in this game. He's going to be one of our greatest players. He's already a Golden Mickey holder, is qualified to go to the national event in the Asian, I believe in Singapore. I think he got a qualification there. And I think he also has one in Europe, but no qualification in the United States just yet.
So at least we get to bend that Go-Go Tamago. So
that's beautiful. But there's so
one
much
positive,
lore.
But
The game is over, though. That's 5 lore in play right now, and the game just ends here as a fist bump goes all across the table.
That was very, very well played.